Understanding stakeholder engagement is the heart of your program. True success comes from achieving the program's core purpose, its fundamental why. And to achieve that why, we need people. We need stakeholders. Stakeholders are all the people, groups, or organizations that can affect your program, or they can be affected by your program. They have a stake in its outcome, a reason to care. It's about recognizing that programs are not built in isolation. They are built with and for people. Their interest, their support, their concerns, these all matter deeply. Stakeholder engagement is the process of working with these individuals and groups. It is about building strong, positive relationships. It means communicating with them, listening to their perspectives, and involving them in appropriate ways. This is not a one-time task. It is an ongoing effort throughout the entire life of the program. When people feel heard and valued, they are more likely to support the program. They become partners in its success. This engagement transforms a project from a mere set of tasks into a shared vision, a collective endeavor. Engaged stakeholders can provide valuable insights and resources. They can help identify potential risks early on. They can become champions for your program, spreading positive messages. Effective engagement is the bedrock of trust. Programs that prioritize stakeholder engagement are more resilient and better equipped to adapt to change. The journey of engaging stakeholders follows a clear path, a life cycle. It begins with identification. Who are our stakeholders? Who will be affected by this program? Who has an influence on its outcome? Making a comprehensive list is the crucial first step. Once stakeholders are identified, the next step is analysis. What are their interests in the program? What are their expectations? How much power or influence do they have? This understanding is vital for planning how we will engage with each stakeholder or group. With a good understanding of our stakeholders, we move to planning. This is where we decide how we will engage with them. Finally, we have engagement execution and monitoring, adapting. Engagement is a dynamic process requiring constant attention and a willingness to adjust. Not all stakeholders are the same. They have different levels of power to influence the program, they have different levels of interest in its outcomes, and they have different attitudes. Some will be enthusiastic supporters, others might be skeptical or even opposed. Because of these differences, a one-size-fits-all approach to engagement simply will not work. To truly connect, to build trust, we must tailor our strategies. We need to understand each stakeholder's unique position and perspective. A helpful way to think about tailoring is to consider a stakeholder's power and interest. Stakeholders with high power and high interest need to be managed very closely. Those with high power but lower interest need to be kept satisfied. For stakeholders with low power but high interest, we should keep them informed. And those with low power and low interest, we monitor them but with minimal effort. Beyond power and interest, we must also consider a stakeholder's attitude. Our goal is to bring everyone possible towards understanding and supporting the program's purpose. Section 4. Essential tools for effective stakeholder engagement. To manage stakeholder engagement effectively, we need the right tools. One very useful tool is the Stakeholder Engagement Assessment Matrix, or SEAM. This matrix helps us understand where our stakeholders currently stand in terms of their engagement. Another fundamental tool is a communication plan. This plan is like a blueprint for all our stakeholder communications. Feedback mechanisms are also crucial tools. Engagement is a two-way street. These tools, the SEAM, the communication plan, and various feedback mechanisms, are practical aids that help us connect with people on a human level. They help us ensure that everyone involved not only understands the program's why, but also feels like a valued part of the journey. Section 5. Stakeholder Engagement in Action, Building a Community Library. Let's imagine a real-world example, a program to build a new community library. The why of this program is clear: to provide a space for learning, connection, and access to resources for everyone in the town. The success of this program heavily depends on engaging a wide range of stakeholders. First, the program team identifies them: local residents, the town council, local schools, local businesses, library staff, and construction companies. Each group has a different stake and different expectations. Next, the team analyzes these stakeholders. The team then plans their engagement. For residents, they decide to hold town hall meetings to share designs and gather ideas. For the town council, the program manager schedules regular update meetings, providing clear reports on progress, budget, and risk management. With local schools, they organize workshops to co-design children's and youth programs. Throughout this process, they use feedback forms at meetings and an online portal for suggestions, ensuring they are listening and adapting to the community's evolving vision of the library's why. Section 6. Best Practices: Nurturing Lasting Stakeholder Relationships. To ensure ongoing positive stakeholder relationships, certain best practices are key. First and foremost, be consistent and predictable in your communication. Establish a regular rhythm for updates, even if there isn't major news to share. This consistency builds trust and shows respect for their time and interest. Another vital practice is to be transparent and honest. Share information openly, including both good news and challenges. If there are setbacks or changes, communicate them promptly and clearly. People appreciate honesty, even when the news isn't positive. It is also crucial to be responsive and actively listen. When stakeholders provide feedback, acknowledge it. Show them that you have heard their concerns or suggestions. Finally, celebrate successes together and acknowledge contributions. By consistently applying these best practices, you can cultivate an environment of trust, collaboration, and mutual respect.